What's good, y'all? This the Be Long Show. I'm back at it again. Took me a minute to record this show because I was a little bit frustrated with the ignorance of people. I'm trying to help people grow, but I guess when you're trying to help people grow, you start to dig out the ones that haven't grown and the ones that's neglecting growth. Kind of like pouring soap and water on soil that got worms in it. They're gonna come out because they want to stay dirty. So, for all the people that call me Uncle Tom because I keep it real, let me give you a little bit of history on me. My roots come from Lake Providence, Louisiana, all the way to Mitchellville, Arkansas. So, don't question me about mine. My great-grandmother, named Louise Leach, also known as Louise Smith. And we coming down from Miles Leach. And you can go and check the cemetery that my family owned as well in Arkansas. So how many of y'all can say that your family has a cemetery? How many of y'all can say that your family have multiple houses and a business in Arkansas? So don't tell me about being a sellout or keeping it real or about black people. That's the problem with people, is you stuck on something that died out a long time ago and you're scared to move forward. So you want to fault me for calling it out to try to force you to move forward. I own cowboy boots, do you? I own a hat for working in the garden, and I also work in the garden and work in the field. Do you? It's documented. It's seen by hundreds. Don't question me. Your jeans are strictly for fashion. My jeans work get done. You don't know how to roll up a sleeve. So don't talk to me about being real or being an Uncle Tom or being a sellout. My great-grandmother got a street in Arkansas. I visit Arkansas and Louisiana. My people still there. Everybody that knows me personally knows who I am and respect what I stand for. So being a spectator, feel free to still put those stupid comments. But also feel free to accept somebody straightening out your ignorance. I'm going to make you feel like a fool. Though you might not state that while you're on the internet in my comments, you feel it in your heart. And that's my purpose of doing this whole thing, to build up humanity. So continue to talk about me. Continue to make your comments, but don't lie to your people. Enjoy what you have to say about me. I'm good with that. Actually, I appreciate that. That's why I let them all through and the moderator kick them up. I'm good with those comments because I want people to see them. I want people to understand how people can just be minor. People can continue to stay stuck where they at. In 2024, if you're still talking about race and you're still talking about racism, you're a peasant. That's like one of the smallest things on the list. Are there racist people that exist? Of course. But those racist people are shaking their boots about you if you speak the right way to them. Tell me how many people that you've seen that was a professional person or a person of any type of stature that the police have beat up or killed. You ain't seeing that. Whether they racist or not. You ain't seeing that. And to top it off, black police officers are whipping people just the same. They're doing it too. So don't think that, because of somebody's skin color and they step up and stand out and say something, that they automatically racist. And let me drop down to this Uncle Tom thing. Thank you for calling me Uncle Tom. Because for all the ignorant people that don't know nothing about Uncle Tom's Cabin, that book, or anything that it stands for, that book wasn't even really about Uncle Tom. But while in that book, Uncle Tom was a stand-up man. Uncle Tom saved a whole a whole, what do I want to call it? A whole household. Because I guess that was what was considered a household back then. So he saved his master, his wife, and his children. And he also saved all the slaves that was on that land. The master and the wife treated all the slaves with dignity and taught them Christianity. Well, at least the wife taught them Christianity, but they both treated all the slaves with dignity. And the master ended up in some debt, and he owed. And the trader came, and he saw that the skills that Uncle Tom had. He saw how Uncle Tom was a leader. He saw what he could do with Uncle Tom. He saw that Uncle Tom was one that you can automatically see from the distance that this person is valuable. This is who Uncle Tom was. It ain't had nothing to do with a sellout, but you idiots that choose not to ever read or pick up a book or look at anything that makes any sense. Everything has to be drama, excitement. You people don't know anything about Uncle Tom. You people don't know anything about the book Uncle Tom's Cabin. You thinking that Uncle Tom was a sellout. And it has nothing to do with that. Pick up a book sometime and read something before you run your mouth, because you don't know what you're talking about. Uncle Tom was always positive. He ain't let nothing get him down. He always rode with God and kept it 100. And that's why you idiots, not the people that subscribe to me or that know or understand that Uncle Tom. I'm talking about all the people that call people Uncle Tom as a derogatory term. You idiots don't understand what he was about. Even when Tom found out he was getting traded, he didn't run off and leave the other people like he could have and could have got away. He didn't run off and leave them because he said, why would I run off and leave? And then now everybody gonna get sold. Because the trader already said Tom was worth everybody on the land. The other thing, Tom was getting removed from his wife and kids. He still was positive about it. Tom was getting traded to somebody else. He still was positive about it. Tom just kept it real all the time. Whether you was right or wrong, white or black, it didn't matter. And he was a slave. But you clowns use it as a derogatory term. Anyway, keep calling me Uncle Tom, because I think it's a stand-up, outstanding term. And then the big thing that pissed me off when idiots was calling me Uncle Tom, because they don't understand what that even means, is because the book was about slavery. It was about Christianity or spirituality. And it was about families. As the book showed you, all of the white people maintained a family in the book. Whether they was travelers or whatever they were. They made some type of family. And the black people were struggling to keep a family. That's what Uncle Tom's Cabin was about. The white people was taking away their family. But at the same time, you had other white people helping with keep their families. You idiots don't pay attention to that, as this is what happened when slavery was getting abolished. And this is also what was happening right now today. The government is still destroying families. The only thing is that now the government don't even use racism no more. The government decided and saw, oh, if we can split families, period, it's a good thing for us. They don't care what race you are. Divorce is not beneficial for any man. And government assistance is not beneficial for any family. It's making women lazy. It's destroying their mind to think that they can just do it on their own when they really not even doing it on their own. They just doing it by the government that they don't see physically in front of their face. And then you at the government's mercy. You are whoever they want you to be. You don't move unless they tell you to move. You know, Section 8, food stamps, WIC, all that different stuff is destroying families. When you get divorced, you don't just split up. Somebody gets screwed. Who gets screwed? Who's ever making the money and holding the family to be stable? You know why? Because if that person's no longer stable, the family's no longer stable. And guess where you end up at? With the government. So pay attention. Go back and read the book so that you can figure out how that book pertains to today. They was tearing families apart left and right. Kids didn't matter. And daddies, they was getting rid of. Rarely did somebody know who their dad was. You know, I mean, think about George and Eliza in the book. They don't know who their parents were. And they was yellow as can be, so much so that Eliza got away as being a white lady. You know, so learn what you talking about before you start talking about it. And then they had savages back then too. Think about Tom and Marx. They were savages. What was they doing? They was destroying people. They was helping to grow and maintain the bad things. The traitors. Look at the traitors. You know, like Haley. He was looking at it like a drug dealer today. A drug dealer today say, somebody gonna get to give it to you, so why can't I give it to you and benefit from it? That was his mentality. He didn't feel like he was hurting nobody except for when time went on. You know, so continue to call me Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom gonna teach you like Uncle Tom taught you. This the Be Long Show. Learn where you're coming from, or at least come from somewhere. I'm out.